What's up, YouTube? Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can keep getting these videos when they drop. And make sure you share my videos. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see my videos and get this content. Okay, peoples, check it out. Your favorite two people in the entire world is back at it again. Yeah, y'all guessed it, Big U and Kerry Lathan. First things first, though. We already seen this silly video where Cowboy the other day was flashing and flossing his money, acting like a complete buffoon on video. But now, we have Big U ass that's starting to floss and flex his money, but he doing it in a different manner. He's fixing up and remodeling his shop that's on Crenshaw that's been inactive for a number of years. Now, peoples, if you follow the money trail, it would always lead you back to where it originated from. Okay? My question is, where in the hell is Big U and Big Thundercat receiving their funds from? Who providing them the funds? Is it the LAPD? Is it some wealthy businessman? Who? And Big U waited 6 months to bring his money out, as if that's a long enough time and no one would pay attention to him. And don't forget about Kerry's ass, who brought his money out too early when the probation officials and the police went to the halfway house and took him to jail. If you don't know, I made a video about it 2 months ago when Kerry was asked about the contents of his pockets and his money he had in his possession. His dumb ass also brought a certain person. His dumb ass, look, check this out. He brought, I can't say who it is, but he brought a person a black Benz as well after he was released after that interview with Vlad TV, And the reason I can't name the person, because this person don't have nothing to do with nothing. So that's why I didn't even want to name their name and get them involved. But he did buy that person a black Benz, though. Anyway, go back and listen to my video if you missed it, and you'll see everything what I was talking about. Anyways, these dudes are very arrogant and foolish to believe that no one is paying attention to how they spending money, which is blood money that was obtained allegedly from their little homeboy who they claim to love so much. Big U has failed, he has a failed clothes shop. So I'm guessing now with his money, he'll start to remodel and attempt to run it like the Marathon store. If you've been paying attention to him, you would know that he has some bootleg backpacks that he would put into his store as well. He always lived in Nipsey's shadow when it came to the music biz and running businesses. It's only obvious that he hated Nip with a divine passion. Everything Black Sam and Nipsey was doing, this dude attempted to duplicate it to no avail, and that's a shame, He was living in the shadows of his little homie when he should have been teaching them the correct things to do, For a while, I had took a slight break from him and Kerry, to focus on some other things that pertain to this Nipsey case. Though I haven't took him or Kerry off my list as the main people involved on this street level. See, I have a street list. Then I have a list of people involved at a level above the street level, okay? And then there's an elite level list that consists of a few wealthy players in this game that I have as well, And one reason I haven't revealed a few people as of yet is because I'm gathering critical information on them, and I don't want to alert them to my game plan when it's time to expose them. So, yeah. Anyway, check out what Kerry Lathan has been telling a few people from his hood. This was one of my main reasons for making this video. He was telling people that he asked Big U was his testimony fine, and that Big U told him that he did good. Now, I'm speaking about the grand jury transcripts, people. We all know he did extremely horrible, as anyone could ever do on the stand. His dumb ass told lie after lie, contradicting himself through the entire interrogation, And Why is this grown ass man still reporting back to another grown man? You know, your ass is older than Big U, and you a big homie as well. But here's why. Here's why. Because one, he's not too intelligent, and he needs strict guidance on what to say and how to say it when discussing his case with people. Big U orchestrated the whole entire interview with Vlad TV and listened in on the call while Kerry was explaining his reason for being at the marathon store. And he interrupted him a few times too, because I feel he think Kerry was gonna say something out of line. And the second reason why he needs strict guidance is because his ass is involved, and Big U must keep tabs on Kerry's actions and whereabouts at all times in order to report back to the elite level people. Yeah, he has to make sure they remain intact until this case is over with, without spilling the beans to what happened on March 31st and months prior to March 31st. He got to make sure Kerry don't say nothing, because I believe Kerry gonna talk, and I believe Eric Holder, aka Shitty Cuz, I believe he gonna talk too. Anyway, Kerry, he didn't do good with his testimony, and the person responsible for writing that script is horrible too. Shit, Kerry couldn't remember the script that was given to him, and he fumbled the ball on the stand. That's why he was contradicting himself and lying and shit. He couldn't remember shit. His own pics and his own testimony actually crucified him. They didn't corroborate his story, dumbass. And check this out. Have anybody noticed how Kerry never been interviewed after that Vlad interview? Isn't it strange how TMZ don't want to interview him or his nephew that got shot, and this is a high profile case? TMZ talked to Slim 400 after he got shot. Why not them? They talked to everybody else. You mean to tell me that no news journalist is interested in this case? Especially from the person that got shot? Here it is, you got shot with Nipsey Hussle, but you survived. And they don't want to find out anything? Nor any hip-hop journalists with a podcast either? Yeah, right. That shit, man, all that shit is suspect. They've been warned. That's why. If you're a victim, you should be pissed off if you got shot and want to tell the world what happened that day. And it's your homie that got killed too. You wouldn't even want to remain silent. Shitty Cuz the one who did it, right? That's the only one involved, right? Why not do an interview? Why not tell the world? Yeah, it was him. Yeah. But he on silent mode, a gag order, In my eyes, Kerry and Big U is foul as a motherfucker. They been foul for, from day one. That's bold as fuck to go around feeling like you did good with your testimony and you could have helped Nipsey out by telling the jury who did the shooting. Anyways, like I said 5 months ago, Big U was and still is the mastermind, peoples. And I ain't changing that. Though he's in charge, he's the mastermind, and he's in charge of the people involved on the street level. Okay, he got people above him that he's not in charge of. They keep spoon feeding them a little money here and there to pacify them so they'll be quiet, because don't nobody trust nobody, because all of them is foul and faulty, Anyway, look how excited Cowboy was to have a few thousand in his possession. He was intentionally taunting the world with his actions, saying, look at me. I participated in a fucked up crime against my little homie, and nobody can do anything about it. He was taunting the world like, nah, you can't catch me. And he always make videos when it's close to go to court, if you haven't noticed. People just remember, Big U shaped the narrative of this case a few days after Nip's demise with that video he made claiming people said he was involved. Why would people think he was involved if Shitty was the one to do the shooting? Plus, everybody was speaking on Dr. Sebi in the documentary. The LAPD ran with the snitch narrative after Big U said it in that video. That's why the alleged getaway driver said it in the testimony. but no other witnesses corroborated that story, especially without paperwork. You know, Big U knew what happened right away on March 31st, allegedly because he told reputable Crips to fall back so it wouldn't be no war or nothing, because did nobody know what had happened to Nip. They didn't know who the shooter was, but he told Crips to fall back because it was 60's business, because a 60 did it. So there was no need to create that video, and he knew too quickly. Go listen until you see it with your mind. That's what you got to do. Open up your mind. Go listen and look at it with your mind. It'll all jump out at you, you know. It ain't hard, peoples. It ain't hard at all. And look, and check this out. I want to bring this to everybody's eyes, too. Everybody keep talking about they tore down the Marathon store because of the flooring. They don't give a fuck about that flooring. They not about to demolish the Marathon store because of the flooring. They didn't give a fuck about doing no investigation anyway. Nobody was going to investigate that anyway. Who was going to investigate it? The only person that was going to investigate it was the police. 1 million people could have brought it to their attention. They wasn't going to investigate it. If they was going to investigate anything, they would have did that shit the same exact day when Nip died, but they didn't. They let people run over and trample over the crime scene. So yeah, they not tearing it down because of that. They don't give a fuck at all. They don't like Nip. They never did like Nip at all. A young, black, successful man, having money, handling his business. Yes, he was a Crip, a gang member, and he was doing the most, especially with his business. He was very business minded. So hell yeah, they hated him. They didn't like him. But like I said earlier in this video, you know, I'm putting some things together, and I got a few people in mind and everything. And you know, I just been sitting back for months, just researching and doing some things, and it's gonna come out. You know, my part is gonna come out. I'm gonna bring my part out, but I'm gonna bring it out when it's the right time. Everything is calculated. Everything has time. Everything is about timing. You know. So I'm gonna bring it out when it's supposed to be brought out. And like I said, I don't want to alert the peoples, because I know for a fact that they be watching my videos trying to see what's up, you know. I used to do the same thing when I was in the streets involved in crime. I used to do the same thing like Big U is doing to Kerry. Shit, if somebody was on the case with me, I used to watch them heavily if I thought that they was gonna tell or anything. I wanted to know who they was talking to and what they was talking about, because I was like, shit, I'm not trying to go to prison. I'm not trying to have the police come without me knowing. They didn't indicted me, and I got a warrant, they coming to get me. So, you know, I know what Big U is doing. He keeping Kerry close, and he keeping Thundercat close. It's not hard to keep Thundercat in line. No, you can keep him close with some dope or whatever. You know, he not too bright anyway. But anyhow, I just wanted to bring this video to everybody. Open up your eyes a little bit about what's going on, and to bring some of that new information to you as what Kerry had told Big U, you know, about the grand jury transcripts, you know, asking, did he do good? You know, grown ass man, finna be in his 60s, asking another man something. But yeah, I'll keep y'all updated as I get information as it comes to me, you know, any new developments or anything, you know. Like I said, make sure y'all subscribe. If you new, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel so you can get these videos and get this content. You know, I talk about a little bit of everything, you know. Yeah, and to everybody that's been following me, you know, peace and love, you know. Make sure y'all hit that like button and hit that notification bell so you can get these videos when they drop, you know. And make sure you share my videos. Peace.